Hi guys, and welcome to my WWE Money in the Bank 2020 prediction video. So yes, I'm back with Callum via phone call.
Hello again, everybody.
Yes, and we're here to do our predictions for the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania 36, Money in the Bank. And just like WrestleMania 36, it's looking like it's going to be a very unique pay-per-view, as this is going to be set in WWE's headquarters, Titan Towers, in Stamford, Connecticut. It's going to be on the roof. There's a ring set up on the roof, so it's going to be really interesting. Apparently, a lot of the matches have been pre-taped, just like WrestleMania. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they're going to do this weekend. What is it going to be? Something like big crazy spots in WWE headquarters. So yeah, Callum, are you looking forward to this?
I am looking forward to it. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday on Raw they showed a little a package thingy of what's going to happen, and it's going to both Money in the Bank matches are going to be going on at the same time.
Yeah, which is weird, but okay.
Which is strange because the men and the women could all cross paths and everything. It starts in the lobby. They can take the lift, the stairs, whatever they want to try and get to the top.
Yeah.
And then both briefcases are up there. So it is going to be interesting to see.
It is.
The 12 people potentially in and around the ring at the same time.
They're all bumping into each other. Oh, sorry.
Particularly since we're supposed to be social distancing, having 12 people around a small space doesn't seem really safe to me, given the circumstances.
All right then. So we've got 6 matches to talk about. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay. So first match we have is a fatal 4-way tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So yes, we have the New Day, the newly crowned New Day, after they beat Miz and Morrison a few weeks ago. 8-time tag team champions now.
8-time New Day.
Ridiculous, but whatever. So you've got Big E and Kofi, Miz and Morrison. We've got Lucha.
Hey, ho ho.
We've got the Lucha House Party, and we've got the Forgotten.
Lucha.
Seriously. And we've got the Forgotten Sons. So yeah, Callum, I'll let you start. Who have you got and why?
Right. Well, I know the New Day haven't defended it yet, but I don't really think that they need it that much.
No.
They don't need it at all. I feel like the only reason they got it was because the Forgotten Sons were coming up. The Lucha House Party just won't win. The Miz and Morrison, they've just been champions, so they won't win either because I feel like they're going to split up soon. I mean, the New Day could retain, but I'm going to say the Forgotten Sons to become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
All right, that's a big call. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I could see the New Day retaining just because, the 8-time tag team champions, and it was ridiculous as it is, 8-time tag team champions, they're setting records now. I would have rather Miz and Morrison kept them a bit longer because I was really enjoying them as a tag team.
Me too.
Especially John Morrison, that guy, he had an amazing performance at WrestleMania. So, but it is what it is. And yeah, I actually too am going to go with the Forgotten Sons just because they've been pushed quite strongly since they made their main roster debut. About a month ago? They were very underused in NXT, but I hope maybe on the main roster they can be a big dominant tag team, and I do really like them. Jackson Riker, Steve Cutler, and then Wesley Blake. Obviously, there's 3 of them, so they're going to have an extra man advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I think they've already kicked ass on the main roster. They've already had a few beatdown angles. They've already won a few matches, and I just think, why not? Just give it to the Forgotten Sons. They can have a good run with the belts early, and it can be a good statement for them because the New Day don't need the belts. Miz and Morrison have already had them now, and I think Lucha House Party are just going to be in the match for a few cool spots. That's really it. So
they're just the sort of the jobber tag team, aren't they? I mean, they show some good spots, get some pops,
yeah.
And then they're always sort of
I know.
The 4 people. I imagine they'll probably take the pin.
Yeah, I do feel bad for them though, because Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado are very good. They just deserve to be better than just jobbers, but it is what it is.
What happened to Kalisto? Is he injured?
I've no idea. Oh boy. Okay, so we have a singles match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Yes, we have. Sorry.
Nobody meaner.
Oh boy. Okay, so stop laughing. Okay, so we've got Bayley defending her belt, going up again.
Why are you laughing so much?
Sorry, we're going up against Tamina because there is nobody meaner than Tamina. Oh boy. Yeah. So I don't think anyone saw this coming, considering Tamina had not won a match in like what 5 years before before she beat before she beat Sasha Banks to get this match. But anyway, it's very interesting. This is like what Tamina's first big match for a title, I think, in terms of a singles title, if I'm correct. So yeah, this is very interesting. I'll start with this one. Bayley. I just think Bayley's going to retain. I think this is very much a filler feud. I cannot see Tamina beat winning this. As much as it would be shocking, to say the least, I just can't see it. I think the only people who are going to beat Bayley for that belt now, because she's had it for so long, is either Sasha Banks or Lacey Evans, and Lacey Evans is in the Money in the Bank match. So
she is.
Bit of intrigue. And I think Tamina, she might come close. She might actually have Bayley beat, maybe, but then maybe Sasha comes out and helps her retain. I just can't see Tamina winning it, sadly. I think she's just the veteran. So, I mean, she's 43, Tamina. I know she's still, so she's not going to I think she is just very much the veteran putting over the young girls. So I think that's what she's going to do in this match. But although, if Tamina did win, oh my goodness, I think that would be similar to when Jinder Mahal beat Randy for the title. It'd be like the biggest shock ever. Like, oh my god. But I can't see it happening, so I'm going to go with Bayley to retain.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Bayley as well.
Okay.
Because I still think that this is all going to come to a head with Sasha beating Bayley at some point, probably SummerSlam maybe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well, Lacey, she's in the Money in the Bank match, so, but for this purpose, I'm just going to say Bayley, because Tamina is not going to be a champion in the WWE. So yeah, I think it's fairly simple, to be fair, this one, and we've both gone for Bayley, so very good.
Yeah, and she's having a very good run with the title, so just, I obviously they did tease something between her and Sasha at WrestleMania, but they've been doing that for like 2 years. So.
Yeah, exactly. It is going to happen. It's 100% has to happen, otherwise, what the hell are they doing with this story?
Yeah, or maybe someone gets cashed, or maybe she gets cashed in, because don't forget, the last 2 women's title matches at Money in the Bank got cashed in. So last year, Bayley cashed in on Charlotte, and the year before that, Alexa Bliss cashed in on Nia Jax. So maybe they do it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe someone cashes in at the end of this one. So we will see.
Possibly.
Okay, so on to the next match. What to next? Okay, so we have a Money in the Bank ladder match. Yes, for the Women's Championship match contract. So we have Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. Take it away, Callum. Who have you got and why? You can have 2 picks for this one. We'll do it for the men's team.
2 picks.
2 picks. Who are your 2 picks to win the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Right. I think either Lacey Evans.
Okay.
Or Shayna Baszler.
Ooh, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Because Carmella has been a contract holder in the past. She doesn't really need that. Dana Brooke is not. I don't think she's a big enough star to win. I mean, if they're going to give her a push, fair enough. She's not bad. Like, I don't mind her. Nia has just came back and she's on a pretty big role at the moment. But I mean, I suppose she's going to be beating jobbers and killing Kairi Sane.
Yeah, barely, yeah.
And then Asuka, I don't know. I feel like Asuka doesn't need either, really. So my 2 picks, I suppose, from either side, from SmackDown it's Lacey Evans, and from Raw it's Shayna Baszler. Okay,
yeah, fair enough. Those are 2 very good picks. And I think this one's quite tough, to be honest, because I think apart from Dana Brooke and Carmella, I think the other 4 have all got a shot. I think Asuka. I can see Asuka winning it, because Asuka does. I feel like now she's back to being a single star. She could win it. Shayna Baszler, after what happened at WrestleMania, I think is easily one of the favourites. Nia Jax. Sorry, go on.
Well, that's what my thinking is, really, that because of what happened at WrestleMania and the fact that we all thought Shayna was going to be the one to dethrone Becky, and Becky doesn't really even have a feud, does she? Like, there isn't really anything going on at the moment.
No, she hasn't got a match this pay-per-view, no.
And so I feel like, whoever the winner of this is going to be her next, so I feel like the right person to dethrone Becky eventually is going to be Shayna Baszler, and she's just going to go the long way around and win Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. So Shayna, yeah, Nia Jax also is a big call because I think she can like dominate a lot of the match, and Lacey Evans, like I said, because she could win it and then maybe cash in on Bayley. So my two picks, obviously one is Shayna Baszler because I feel like they need to give her something after that stupid loss at WrestleMania, which she did not need. And my second pick is going to be Asuka. I think maybe Asuka's a good call. I don't think she hasn't won the bank briefcase. And I think she needs something. She hasn't. I think she's been very underrated, and she still is one of the most underrated women in the whole roster. I think Asuka, and I could just see her with the briefcase doing that whole shtick she's got right now. I think it'd be really funny. So yeah, I'm going with Shayna Baszler or Asuka to become the Miss Money in the Bank.
All right.
Okay then. Okay, on to the next match. Yes, we have a singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. Oh yes. So we have the newly crowned Universal Champion, Braun Strowman, after he beat Goldberg at WrestleMania after taking Roman's place.
Yep.
Going up against Bray Wyatt. Not The Fiend, interestingly enough.
Yeah,
so this
is Bray Wyatt.
Yes, this is Braun's first feud, going up against his old mentor from a couple of years ago, Bray Wyatt. You take it away, Callum. Who have you got and why?
Right, well, if it was The Fiend, I was going to say The Fiend like any day of the week.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he needs the win back from Goldberg or whatever, etc. But because it's just Bray Wyatt, hasn't got all that crazy Fiend heel stuff. I'm going to say Braun Strowman
to beat Bray.
To beat normal Bray Wyatt, because I just think that they want to give him a defense. Maybe at SummerSlam it's The Fiend or something like that. That's the only reason I can assume that they wouldn't go with The Fiend, and that's because Strowman's going to retain. So yeah, I think for that reason I'm going to say Braun Strowman.
Yeah, it is interesting. I was going to say Bray, The Fiend, because at first I thought it's going to be Braun versus The Fiend. The Fiend's going to win, but now it's just regular Bray Wyatt. It's like, okay, But before I go to my prediction, I do love the feud. Basically, I think this is a great feud because we both know the great history between these two guys when Braun was in the Wyatt family, the Black Sheep, and Bray's playing mind games with him, like saying, "You betrayed me, Braun, and I want that belt back," and all that, and all that.
Giving him the Black Sheep mask.
I know, yeah, it's great storytelling. Obviously, on SmackDown last week, the story time with Bray Wyatt, and he was telling the story of how Braun left the Wyatt family and betrayed Bray. It's such a good story, and obviously these two did briefly meet last year when The Fiend was feuding with Seth. I remember he hit the claw on Braun. I remember. So they briefly meet, but then it never got mentioned again, The Fiend and Braun. But here we are, just regular Bray. But I am actually going to go with Bray Wyatt, of course. But just because it's a tough match, because neither guy can afford a loss. Braun just as Universal Champion, and obviously Bray's fresh off his big win over John Cena with that amazing match at WrestleMania, the Firefly Funhouse match, which was amazing. And I just feel like, sadly, Braun is just a placeholder. He was never meant to be Universal Champion. Roman was meant to be, but obviously Braun was a last-minute replacement. And I just feel like they're going to put the belt back on Bray. But that being said, I do think The Fiend will make an appearance. He's going to play loads of mind games with Braun throughout the whole match. And I think he'll win via The Fiend interfering, maybe like he did with John Cena. Like The Fiend is in one area, and then Bray's in the other area. And Braun's like, what the hell? So, for that reason, I'm going to go with Bray, with a little help from The Fiend, to become a two-time Universal Champion and get that belt back that he never should have lost in the first place. So sorry, Braun. I think he's only going to have a month with the belt. But that being said, I could see this match ending in a no contest too, and the feud gets continued to the June pay-per-view as well. But that being said, I'm going to go with Bray, with a little help with a few mind games and The Fiend coming out to help Bray to become a two-time Universal Champion. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair enough.
On to the next match. Yes, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yes, for a World Championship match contract. So we have Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Alistair... Hey! Yeah, your bay. Alistair Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles after he came back last night and won the Gauntlet match. His first appearance since getting buried alive by Undertaker. So Callum, I'll let you start. Who are your two picks to win and why? And I'm pretty sure I know who already one of them are, but go on. Go on then, Callum.
Right, well, number one is Rey Mysterio.
Oh, what a surprise!
Well, yeah, look, I can't. It's like you with Samoa Joe. I can't bet against him. You said Joe's going to win every single match, and all those WWE Championship matches and Universal Championship matches, you predicted him to win. He didn't win, so ha ha to you. But I think, Ray's contract is coming to an end soon. I think. And he's 45 now, and he has hinted at retirement in the last couple of months. He should have beaten Brock at Survivor Series.
Oh,
I'm never gonna forget the way that they just cut him down there.
It was 7 months ago.
Yeah, I still won't forget about it.
Oh boy.
I feel like everyone else in the match. AJ doesn't need it. Aleister Black, maybe not ready for it yet. Otis, I'm not really sure about Otis, to be fair. He's got the whole thing with Mandy, Sonya, and Dolph still going on. So I don't think he'll win. Daniel Bryan, I don't feel like he needs it either, because I eventually think maybe he'll go for the Intercontinental Championship or something and beat Sami Zayn for it, because they've still got that whole thing going on there. And with Drew Gulak as well, he might turn heel on Daniel Bryan. Then that just leaves King Corbin and Rey Mysterio, and I don't want King Corbin to win it again. Maybe Elias could come and cost Corbin the match or something like that, to set another match between them. I don't really want that, but that's what seems to be happening. So that just leaves Rey, really. I feel like they should give him one last match before, title before he leaves. And he did cut a promo last night as well, where he said, I don't know how many championship opportunities I'm gonna have, and I'm getting old and things like that. He just said the risk is worth taking. So I feel like they might be setting him up for a win. And if not Rey Mysterio, then I'll say, to be fair, I'll take Rey Mysterio or AJ Styles, because I feel like Styles coming back, for the match, he must be having some kind of, role to play in it, and is a changed man after the Undertaker and all this, and maybe they do want AJ to have Money in the Bank, but so yeah, my two picks are AJ or Rey.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I get raise your bay, and you want him to have like one last push before he retires. Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, I am looking forward to this match, because obviously, same as the women's, obviously with it taking place on the ground floor, starting off in the corporate building, and they fight their way to the top floor. It's going to be so funny and interesting to watch, as I say, fight throughout WWE Headquarters. And obviously, I wonder if someone's going to take the lift. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, somebody will. It'll probably be Otis. Otis will probably take the lift.
Or just be an out of order sign. So anyway, obviously, Apollo was going to be in this match, but then he got taken out of the match with an injury.
Yeah.
A very intriguing injury, which I think was a work. So maybe Apollo might play a role in this match. Maybe he comes back out. There's been rumours saying they're going to turn Apollo heel with MVP as a manager, which I would love. But so we'll see. I think Apollo might play a role in this match. Maybe he does a Brock Lesnar and comes in last minute and wins it. Imagine that. Anyway, my two picks. So yeah, like I said, this is a good lineup. But I think the only two people who I'm pretty sure won't win it is King Corbin and Otis. I just don't think neither of them are going to win it. King Corbin already held it 3 years ago. Otis, yeah. I just can't see Otis with it. Sadly, I think he's still busy with Dolph Ziggler and the Sonya Deville feud. So yeah, Daniel Bryan is a good shout. I could see Daniel Bryan winning it. Of course, he's already held it. He held it a few years ago. Rey Mysterio, I could see it maybe. Aleister Black, I think, is one of the favourites. I don't get why you said he wasn't ready. I mean, Aleister Black's one of the best talents in the whole roster. I mean, NXT champion. I mean, he's undefeated, apart from AJ Styles when he got beat by him in Raw. So I think Aleister Black's one of the favourites easily. And AJ Styles, obviously, too, who I think, obviously, has come back, cut a scathing promo on Raw last night saying he's back and he's changed after what happened with Undertaker. So, yeah, my two picks are going to be Aleister Black and AJ Styles. I think they're my two picks to win. They're my two favourites. Yeah, and I think Aleister Black's the big favourite, and I just love seeing him with the briefcase, maybe him cashing in on Drew McIntyre in a few months' time. So, yeah. So those are my two picks for the men's Money at the Bank ladder match.
Fair enough.
And maybe Apollo comes in at the end and wins it with MVP's help. That I'm calling it now. if that happens, you heard it here first. Come on, Apollo. So anyway, then on to the final match, which will probably be the main event. Yes, we have a singles match for the WWE Championship. Yes, we have the big Scottish bastard, the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre, going up against Seth Rollins. And,
the Monday Night Messiah.
Yes, I'll start for this one. So obviously this is Drew's first pay-per-view defense, but it's not his first defense because he defended it against Big Show right after WrestleMania. Like literally minutes after he beat Brock, he defended it against Big Show.
15 minutes after.
It was crazy, and that match was actually longer than the Brock match too. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Even though I wasn't a big fan of when Seth just got given this match because he lost to KO clean at WrestleMania, and then he just gets given a title match. It was a bit stupid, but whatever. I think this is a good first opponent for Drew for his first defense. We all know Drew and Seth. They're gonna have an amazing match together. I love the feud, basically how Seth's like being his Monday Night Messiah, just cutting all these like really dark, like soothing promos, and Drew's just like, fight me, Seth, fight me right now, and all that. So, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a good match, but I do think it's very predictable. Drew McIntyre to retain easily. It's his first defense, and I feel like he's gonna have a very good run with the championship. Drew's easily one of the... He is the new face of the company right now, Drew McIntyre, as WWE Champion. And I think the company and Vince are very high on him, obviously. And I just feel like he's going to have a good late reign with the belt. And I just don't think it would be criminal for him to drop the belt this early in his first proper pay-per-view defense. So yeah, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain. But I do think someone might get involved and cost Seth the match. Maybe Buddy Murphy accidentally costs Seth the match. Or maybe Kevin Owens comes back and costs Seth the match.
I was about to say, have we seen Kevin Owens on TV since WrestleMania?
We haven't, no. I don't think so.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, where on earth he got?
Yeah, because the night after WrestleMania, Seth attacked Drew and set up this match. So yeah. So, but I'm going to go with it. It should be an amazing match, but I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain, definitely.
Well, yeah. If Seth wins, I cannot wait to hear your reaction video the day after. It's going to be so much worse.
No, I won't be pissed. I won't be pissed. I'll just be really, really, really surprised. But I won't be pissed if Seth won, because Drew's not one of my like top bays like Joe and Bray, but he is one of my favourite guys. But I wouldn't be. I'd just be shocked if Seth won. But it's not going to happen. No way.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. I'm gonna say Drew McIntyre to retain as well.
Yeah,
he has only had one match for the title against Big Show. He's won that. I feel like he'll hold it for quite a long time.
Oh, definitely.
I think obviously if it's someone from Raw who wins the Money in the Bank, which I predicted, then it's going to be one of them who probably ends up dethroning Drew. But I don't think it'll be at Money in the Bank.
No.
I don't think we'll see a men's cash in.
Not for a while.
Not for a while, at least, because I was trying to think, who was the last Money in the Bank?
Brock,
that's it. Yeah, and he had that for about a month, didn't he? Between Money in the Bank and Extreme Rules.
Yeah, and he cashed in on Seth, yeah, and then he held the belt for a month and lost it at SummerSlam. But yeah.
Yeah. And before that was Braun, he had it for a couple of months.
And then failed.
It was Corbin.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think Drew's going to retain, yeah.
Okay, well, fair enough. That is Money in the Bank right now. I'm looking forward to it. So those are our 6 matches. I'm sure maybe a few more are going to get added. Maybe on the might get a pre-show match.
Doing the pre-show like Natalia versus Liv Morgan or something.
But yeah, no. Sami Zayn isn't defending his IC belt. Andrade isn't defending his US title belt. Becky Lynch isn't defending her Raw belt. Charlotte's on the front cover, but she isn't defending her NXT title. There's a few titles not getting defended. It's a bit okay.
Don't forget about the Street Profits. They're not defending
their
tag team champions.
Yeah, there's only what 3 championship matches on the card right now. So yeah. 4. Sorry, 4. But anyway, leave it there. So thank you once again, Callum, for joining me. Callum,
always a pleasure.
Yes, and I'll be back next Monday with my Money in the Bank reaction video. I'll be back with Callum probably in late May for our whatever the pay-per-view in June is going to be.
Perhaps we can be together for that one again.
Oh, I doubt it. I don't think the lockdown's going to be lifted for another month or 2 at least. But
Well, we'll see.
We will see. We will see. But yeah, I'll be back with Callum in probably late May for our June pay-per-view, which I think might be Backlash or Stomping Grounds. I don't know. So yeah, thank you. Well, thank you for joining me, Callum.
Thank you.
Yes, and I hope you all enjoy Money in the Bank, guys, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye.
Goodbye.